Benvenuti ad un nuovo episodio della Blind Run di Starfield. Non ricordo assolutamente nulla di quello che stavamo facendo l'ultima volta, quindi carichiamo. L'ultima volta che oggi è il primo episodio che registro oggi, quindi devo un attimo rinfrescarmi la memoria. Non ricordo assolutamente nulla.
There's a loophole. You just have to register as a shipping service and not a transport company.
Sì, ok. Sì, stavamo esplorando Neon, vero? Eravamo appena arrivati a Neon. Per Stordec non ci siamo già stati. Qua no. Ma penso vendano solo vestiti, ma la controllatina gliela diamo. Salve.
Hello there! Let me know if you need anything. Welcome to Sickhart's Outfitters. Everything you need to explore the settled systems. If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Ho già sentito questa cosa. Cosa vendete esattamente?
The question should really be, what don't we sell? We carry a wide assortment
Ho già
of
sentite ste
equipment
frasi.
perfectly suitable for stellar exploration and extraplanetary excursions. Best selection in Neon.
Comprerò qualsiasi manufatto tuttavia in vendita, perché giustamente qualsiasi cosa mi serva, quindi...
An artifact? Are you making this up? Well, like I said, if I don't have it, you don't need it. But I have a lot of other things you need. I've spent years perfecting my business by polling customers, measuring sales, and carefully adjusting my inventory to cater to just about everyone. So take your time. Look around.
Va bene, vediamo cosa vendi. Sei molto insistente nella vendita.
Am I? Forgive me. I tend to forget how annoying that can be. I have a lot of overhead in this place, and just between you,
Immagino.
this is a prime spot right next to the spaceport terminal. But the bills and the rent here are astronomical.
Sempre così franco con i clienti?
Oh, yes, absolutely. It can be off-putting, I know. I picked up the habit from my mother. She was an extraordinary woman, made friends instantly wherever she traveled. Wise as well. If she was still alive, she would have told me to move my shop and cease paying these exorbitant fees.
Le posizioni vantaggiose non le danno via gratis, giustamente.
Sure, and going in, I expected it to be expensive. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details of my business all day. You're here to shop.
Dipende cosa compri.
So why
Cosa
don't
vendi,
you help
scusami?
out a poor shopkeeper like myself?
Sì, vediamo cosa vendi.
If you don't see,
Cosa vendi? Un recisore che non mi serve. Tutta questa erbaccia non mi serve assolutamente. Zaini che non mi servono. Caschi, questo non è male, ma non lo so. Vestiario. Abito da dirigente megacorporativo. Berretto Chunks. Cappello da danzatore di Neon. Va bene. Non hai niente che mi serve. Qui potresti avere qualcosa che mi serve, tipo dei medikit. Ce li hai? Sì, li compro. Se hai anche magari dei digipick li prendo. Qui materiali, va bene. Digipick li hai? No. Posso venderti qualcosa che a me non serve, magari a te serve? No, penso di aver già venduto la maggior parte delle cose che non mi servivano in realtà. Non vendi munizioni, vero?
if you don't see what you won't find a pet.
No, non vende munizioni. Va bene. Comunque stanno nelle varie i digipick, ok. Ho giusti 80.000 crediti? Manco farlo apposta.
Come on in, please. Have a good look around.
Quando hai avviato la tua attività?
I've been at this location for the last 8 years, but I've had a business in Neon for almost 20. As soon as Ryujin broke ground on the tower, I knew the city would start swarming with people, so I went all in. I love this business. It's my life. I can't imagine doing anything else.
Quindi la città è cresciuta grazie alla Ryujin. Forse il tuo negozio avrebbe già successo altrove rispetto a Neon.
My dear mother would have said the same thing. The fees here are quite expensive, and I'm barely making ends meet. But I've always been quite stubborn. It has not always been easy, but I've been at this location for 8 years, and I won't give up. My business is my pride and joy. You won't find another store like mine on Neon, so please support my business with your patronage.
Per comprare i
You
medi,
won't be
Kit,
disappointed.
ti basterà quello.
Thanks for stopping by.
Va bene. Posso fare qualcosa per la tuta spaziale? Schermatura energetica. Servomotori ottimizzati. Cosa migliora, scusami? Aumenta la resistenza fisica e l'energia quanto è più bassa la salute. Beh, meglio che niente. Comunque non sembra male. Posso? Ah no, mi serve ok, la 3. Però si era illuminato, pensavo fosse utilizzabile. No, giustamente, anti-intuitivo. Cioè tu hai materiali, però non hai questo. Giustamente niente posso fare, perché non ho né materiali né la ricerca. Ed anche qui si illumina, però non posso, perché non ho la ricerca. La resistenza fisica e l'energia quando è più bassa la salute? Uguale all'altro? Ah no, questo è proprio il pezzo. Ah no, ok. Allora cosa fa questo? Riduce la possibilità di essere avvistati. Ah ecco, cazzata, ho letto male quindi. Riduce il costo di ossigeno per scattare, che non è male comunque. Va bene. Direi che non possiamo fare molto. Non so se esploreremo tutta quanta la puntata Neon, ma dipende quanto è grande. Tanto qui sembra un lungo corridoio con tanti sbocchi, quindi non penso sia troppo complesso per te. Cioè, non penso che sia difficile orientarsi.
Yeah, what?
Trade Authority.
Yeah. Buying, selling, or moving.
Buona giornata anche a te.
Alright, smartass, let's cut the bullshit. You either walked into the TA to buy some goods, sell some goods, or have some liberated goods taken off your hands for a reasonable price. So, instead of wasting my time making me explain how the business world works, let's get a move on.
Il mio interesse si concentra sulle merci da scaricare.
Now that's what I'm talking about. We both want to make some money.
Come fa l'autorità commerciale a restare fuori dai radar dei ranger?
Well, first of all, the outpost in Neon is hardly anything to be worried about. They have what, like 4 men covering the entire city? Come on! And even if one of them got, I don't know, suddenly ambitious and put the heat on us, well, there are 2 ways to solve that problem. One way is to leave an unattended cred stick on the counter. The other is to give Seoka a call.
Bello.
Either way, it's business for us as usual.
Bel posto. Dimmi di più sulle banche delle missioni, non mi frega niente.
Then here I thought...
Vediamo cosa vendi. Digipick li compro. Non riesco a parlare. Digipick si comprano sempre. Come i medikit, che ne avevo pochi. Per caso hai munizioni 9? No. Proiettile del fucile a canna liscia. No. Non è quello che mi serve purtroppo. Ce lo faremo andare bene. Ok. Aspetta, ho roba da vendere sulla nave, non ho guardato. No, qua è roba sulla nave in realtà. a mai più rivederla.
Time to move on.
Ikuchi's a lot of fun. I even bring Cora here every now and then.
Cucci? Cos'è i Cucci? Bistecca Smith con... Andiamo. Spaceport. C'è l'Website. Ah, ecco la base dei Freestar Ranger a Neon. Perché ricordiamo che Neon fa parte del collettivo Freestar.
Madame Sauvage always gives me helpful advice. Her drinks aren't too bad either.
I'm asking for the sales report.
Understood. Current data shows revenue has decreased 13.7%.
Yeah, so business sucks. Tell me something I don't know, Sticks.
Affirmative. The word myrtle refers to a blob of toothpaste placed on the bristles of the toothbrush.
No, Sticks, I didn't mean to literally tell me. Yeah,
Io lo sapevo.
good talk. Core Kinetics isn't the only game in town, you know. If you're here to buy, take a look around the shop. Just keep your hands where I can see them.
Cosa temi possa fare?
Oh, I don't know. Stuff things in your pocket and run. Rob me at gunpoint. Shoot
Ma
me
non si
in the
può
head.
rapinare questo gioco, ho già provato.
I've survived on Neon far too long to take any chances.
Che pessimo modo di trattare i potenziali clienti. Non cerco guai.
Good. Then just buy what you want and get out of here.
Tutti molto
If you don't
amichevoli
like it,
comunque qui.
Talk to Sticks. He runs our complaints department.
Chiaro. Chi è Styx?
See that giant Model A right over there? Yeah, that's Sticks. And if I were you, I wouldn't get on his bad side. He has a very short temper.
Preferisco appianare i contrasti con degli esseri umani, non con dei robot privi di emozioni. Ma va bene. Una frase un po' del cazzo. Nessun reclamo da parte mia, sono qui per spendere qualche credito.
That's more like it. You know, I'm sick and tired of people
You
coming
know-
in here and treating Sticks like he's some kind of sideshow exhibit. I mean, look at that graffiti they sprayed onto his chassis. If I could find the asshole who did that, I'd make him pay for the paint.
Sicuramente uno dei Seuga, come cavolo si chiamano. Perché la presenza di Styx per la gente è un problema?
I know you'll be surprised, but thanks to my sparkling personality, I don't exactly have the easiest time making friends.
L'ho notato.
That means I spend a lot of time talking to Sticks. And Model A robots, they're not really programmed for casual conversation. The net result is I end up talking to a machine and looking like I'm out of my mind. Hell, maybe I am.
Cosa è successo al tuo occhio? Scusi se chiedo.
It's no big secret. I lost it fighting on the Freestar side during the Colony War.
Ok.
I was a ground pounder. Slugged it out in the trenches with the troops. And did pretty well, too. Until an EM weapon took out our transport. They pulled me out of the wreckage, but the damage was done. Honestly, I consider myself lucky. Most of the other soldiers died in the crash.
Come siete finiti insieme tu e Styx?
I knew a guy a few years ago who ran up a hell of a tab with me. I'm talking thousands of credits, but at least he'd make regular payments. One day the payments stopped, so I tracked him down. Found out he got mixed up with an Aurora dealer and fell from the upper platform. Since
Ottimo.
I had a legit claim, the city awarded me his property, which amounted to the contents of a storage container. Guess what I found inside? Took me a few months to scrounge up the parts, but I'd say I did a pretty decent job getting Sticks up and running.
Potrei rintracciare la persona che ha deturpato Styx se vuoi.
You'd do that? Huh. Okay. Maybe I misjudged you.
Perché qualcuno ha deturpato il robot?
Look, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that I'm not the most popular guy on the block. And that suits me fine. But this person took it too far, made it personal. I'm not about to let some delinquent hassle the only friend that I have.
Se vuoi pago le operazioni di pulizia, to.
I appreciate the offer, but it isn't about the money. The lowlife that did this to my buddy calls himself Warlord. You can probably find him somewhere near Euphorica.
Ok.
Scare the crap out of this punk, and it'll teach all the Ebside lunatics that nobody messes
Quindi
with
l'Epside è tradotto come riflusso. Perché Warlord ti ha preso di mira?
Warlord's one of the disciples, one of Neon's street gangs that claims it owns Ebside. A few years back, the gang tried to break in here and rob my place, but Styx put one of them down and sent another to Reliant on a stretcher. He and his buddies have been harassing me ever since, mostly by scaring away my customers and stealing my deliveries. Warlord still swears he'll get even with me, and he came pretty damn close when he somehow managed to disable Styx and sprayed him with paint. It feels like it's only a matter of time before he gets past Styx, and I'm done for.
Vediamo cosa vendi.
If you've got the credits.
Vendi armi tu? Non è che per caso vendi munizioni particolari che mi servono? Ce le ha. Ce le ha. Si gode. Mi sa che verrò spesso da te a prendere queste munizioni, amico. Granate. C'è uno dei pochi che... Cioè, forse è l'unico che ce le ha. Bello sto fucile, mai visto? Dio santo. Ok. Uso le 11 mm. Gambit, Nova Light. Shotty. Ok. Ne ha un sacco di armi. Anche armi che non ho mai visto.
Sometimes, Styx, I wonder how things would have been different if I took a different path. If I flipped the coin of life and it came out heads instead of tails.
I'm sorry. I did not understand your query. Please rephrase.
Yeah, you got a point. I would have screwed it up either way.
Poraccio questo. Styx.
Welcome to Neon Tactical. Unlawful behavior will be met with lethal force.
Chi aveva iniziato con lo spray il tuo telaio?
I'm sorry. Your inquiry is invalid. Neon Tactical deals for
Ottimo.
paint and
Che rapporto c'è tra te e Rennick?
Frank Rennick is the proprietor of Neon Tactical. My primary function is security and protection.
Vorrei presentare un reclamo.
Affirmative. Your
Mi fa piacere che qualcuno presti ascolto le mie opinioni.
all complaints, feedback, and criticism of a verbal or written nature are noted by this unit. Only the contents of the message are ignored.
Ottimo.
Complaints of a violent nature, however, are met with lethal force.
Arrivederla.
The other
Disengaged.
day, Styx, I met a miner from Kazal.
I'm sorry. I did not understand
Kazal?
your query. Please rephrase.
Yeah, I didn't get her either. Not at first. But then I realized she wasn't a miner. She was a gold digger. How did I know?
Kazal.
Because all she ever wanted was mine.
Vabbè. Kazal, tra l'altro, è dove avevano trovato
You're laughing under that thing, I can tell.
come si chiama?
Understand your query. Please rephrase.
L'artefatto. Come si chiama? Non il manufatto. Il manufatto Barrett, in teoria l'ho trovato lì. Se ho capito bene. Che abbiamo qua? Ryujin Apartments. Appartamenti Ryujin, ma... Ah, è solo un piano.
Neon's dangerous, but man, can it be a lot of fun.
Inaccessibile. Quindi questo qui probabilmente è un appartamento che posso comprare o che danno ai dipendenti della Ryujin, quindi se vado a lavorare per la Ryujin mi danno come casa? A Neon? Probabile. Però sto pensando, è strano che a sto punto la Ryujin abbia uno stand per lo stand che abbiamo visto per quelli che cercano lavoro al Nuovo Atlantide, se veramente fa parte del collettivo Freestar. Però è anche vero che la Ryujin produce i medikit li usano un po' tutti. Oddio, sì. è molto importante la Ryujin come azienda, direi. È normale che possano fare delle eccezioni. Le Grand Liqueurs.
Your dad's jumping in from where?
Paradiso. All this time we thought he was just being some miserable hermit on a kilo.
Salve.
You think he finally
Tutto bene?
regrets disappearing on you all those years ago?
Ah, customer. Feel free
He
to
finally
spend
ran
your
out of
credits. Or get the hell out.
No wonder
Your
you're
king.
stocking up.
Yeah? You need something? If you're here for blend, I just had a new batch come in last night.
Cos'è il blend?
The new gotta be new in Neon. Because it's only the most popular drink in the city. You should try one. I guarantee that once you taste it, you'll be hooked.
Causa soddisfazione? Cosa vendi qui?
Did you even bother to look at the shop's name before you stumbled in here? Legrand's Liquors? No? Okay, let me help you out then. So I'm Legrand, that's me, and I sell liquor. You know, the stuff that gets you drunk?
Sì.
Ah, here I thought the name would explain it all.
Che nome misterioso per un drink.
No mystery, the name says it all. Look, I don't have time for chit-chat. I've got a lot of business to take care of, so if you don't mind hurrying this along, that'd be great. As soon as word gets out, Blend is back in stock. It's going to be a stampede.
Come mai il blend è così popolare?
Probably because you can't buy it anywhere else except at my shop. And I mean anywhere. As in the entire settled systems.
Vabbè, anche la merda che posso fare io la trovi solo da me.
Blend of secret ingredients that you can only find in Neon.
Cioè, che vuol dire? Non vuol dire niente. Anch'io posso fare un pezzo di stronzo, lo metto in pacchetto e solo da me lo trovate. Il mio pezzo di stronzo è diverso, no? Forse questi ti convinceranno a svelarmi gli ingredienti segreti. Vorrei sapere quali sono gli ingredienti segreti.
And I'd love to be administrator of the city, but that job's taken. So I guess we're both shit out of luck. Let's get one thing straight. The recipe for if that's a letter.
Mi hai pensato di vendere il blend fuori da Neon?
No, are you crazy? I've got a captive audience here. Business is booming. Blend is part of the Neon charm. It's iconic. Not to mention that Blend's mix of special ingredients can only be found here.
Ok, già un indizio. Come vanno gli affari?
What are you, the nosy type? Why do you care?
Curiosità.
If you must know, business is good. It's always good. Blend is a local phenomenon. It gets people in the door. So are you going to buy any or are you just gonna talk my ear off?
Vediamo cosa vendi.
Sure.
L'acqua frizzante è un liquore, non sapevo. Assolutamente non avevo idea. Va bene. Niente che mi interessi, sembra. Arrivederla.
Yeah. I'll see you later.
Portare di ricerca non possiamo fare niente. Abbiamo punti da spendere per caso? No.
Ah, here for Blend?
Io se la tira questa con sto blend, Non ho mai sentito nominare da nessuno. E mo' è la bevanda più famosa di Neon. Qui lo conoscono tutti. Ah, qui c'è la Ryujin. Parla con il dottor Manning. Perché? Vabbè. Qui c'è la Ryujin. Vediamo l'altro lato a sto punto. Monstru? Che è Monstru? Non è niente Monstru. Non c'è neanche un negozio, è solo una pubblicità? Ah sì, un cartellone pubblicitario. Newell Goods.
I've had enough, Rosa. Seagar's gone too far this time.
Oh,
Let it go? Why should I? Every time he pays NSEC, he enables them, Rosa. He's telling them it's okay to blackmail us. It's ridiculous.
It's the way things are, Jay.
All right.
There's There's nothing we can do about it.
Si sovrappongono un po' le frasi, eh?
If
Giusto
you
un
have a bit
pochino.
of money to
Say hello to my
spend,
wife, Rose.
you could really use your business. Welcome to Newell's. Let me know if you need help with anything.
Hai un'area esausta. Che genere di merci vendi?
We're a general goods store, so we carry all sorts of materials you can use to outfit yourself for galactic exploration.
Ma non mi aiuta a capire cosa vendi?
Oh my goodness, you're right. I should be taking better care of my customers. You'll have to excuse me. With all the ruckus my husband's been making at the Merchant Alliance meetings, it's difficult to get any rest. Poor old man has himself mixed up in a foolish crusade against Dietrich Sieghart, who he's angry at for paying off Neon security.
Quel tizio lì con l'accento tedesco?
He runs Sieghart's Outfitters.
Sì.
It's right outside the spaceport terminal. I suppose you could say he's our only real competition. If you ask me, he isn't such a terrible person. Please don't tell James I said that.
Ma non sembra uno stronzo, infatti. Perché paga la sicurezza di Neon?
For protection, I assume. They apparently target certain businesses with some type of safety assurance fee scheme. We've been spared that indignity so far. But it's absolutely disgraceful this kind of thing is happening.
Cos'è l'alleanza dei mercanti?
It's a little group James formed, with some of the other vendors on Neon. I'd call it more of a support group, because all they do is sit around and complain about how hard it is to run a business here.
Fanno poco altro, quindi bene. Quindi prendi le parti di Sieghart.
I'm not taking anyone's side. I just want all this infighting among Neon store owners to end. I think my husband has Dietrich all wrong. He's probably doing what he has to do
Sì,
to survive.
sono d'accordo.
Just, please don't tell James I said that. I don't want him to think his own wife is doubting him.
Perché pensi che tuo marito abbia torto?
It's just a feeling that I have about Dietrich. I'm sure he's paying off Neon security because he has no choice. He can't afford to fight back like my husband expects.
James sa che non approvi la sua crociata?
I have no idea. Anytime the subject comes up, it turns into an argument. Frankly, he's so obsessed with this Dietrich situation, I don't think he's listening to me at all.
Mi spiacerebbe aiutare tuo marito.
Oh no. I'd hate for you to get sucked into the whole silly affair. It would be so lovely to see my James happy again. He used to smile at me all the time, you know. Now all I see is worry on his face. I suppose you can speak with him about it if you like. But perhaps you'd like to browse our store a bit before you do?
Ti va di dirmi come vi siete incontrati tu e tuo marito?
Oh, he'll be so upset for me telling you this. But it's such a funny story. I can't resist.
Vai.
James and I used to work on the Chasm Bass line at Xenofresh. We didn't do any of the Aurora extraction, just dealt with the leftovers. I was a supervisor on the line, and when the alarm went up that it had been stopped, I investigated. I find James inside a storage vat, up to his shoulders in stinky fish guts and blind as a bat. The gut got in his eyes, you see. I had to walk him to the showers, strip his work clothes, and hose him down. When he saw me standing there, he turned bright red. After the shift ended, we went out for a Terra brew and talked. A year later, we were married. Better times. Better times.
Qual è la tua opinione su Dietrich Sieghart?
Dietrich is actually quite a lovely man. Though lately he's been under a lot of pressure, which has made him rather bitter.
Ma non mi sembra tanto
When we
scontroso.
first opened our business here in Akuchi Market, he was actually very helpful. Offered us advice. Didn't treat us like competition at all. I'm sorry, I just don't believe Dietrich is doing anything wrong paying off Neon security. We all do what we have to do to survive in this wretched city. Unfortunately, my husband is convinced that fighting City Hall is the way to solve all of Neon's problems. I think he's wrong.
Non lo so. Cosa vendete?
Take your time.
Ah, questo è buono. Casco spaziale da truppa d'assalto. Questo è molto buono. Mi costa 3000, neanche troppo. Potrei quasi quasi prendere. Dai. Tutte spaziali abbiamo già viste. Munizioni, non vendere 9,59. Ok. Del medic te lo comprerei sempre comunque, se ce l'hai. Andata. Anche un po' di parti della nave. 2. Sono esseri utili. Va bene. Delle note interessanti. Spiaggia di Dover. Red Rover come over. L'abbiamo già letto se non sbaglio. Digipick li compriamo sempre. Perché sono sempre utili i Digipick. E basta.
Have a good day.
Salve. Signor James.
Welcome to Newell's. If you're looking for any specific goods, Rosa and I guarantee we'll beat Sieghart's lousy selection every time.
Prima volta che ci parlo già inizia a parlare con Sieghardt. Chi è Sieghardt?
Sieghart's Outfitters? Oh, come on. You don't have to pretend you haven't been to his poor excuse for a store off of Bayou Plaza.
Vabbè. Chi è Rosa?
Rosa Newell is my wife. We own this place together.
Una sana concorrenza è uno dei capisaldi dell'imprenditoria. Lui dice sana, lui paga le cose, non va bene.
I understand that. But when you're dealing with a snake like Siegert, normal commerce practices go right out the window. That man has absolutely no respect for the business community on Neon.
Cazzato nero,
He skips merchant meetings and refuses to participate in any of our group buys. Worst of all, he pays off Neon
No,
security
incredibile.
to keep his place safe.
Tu come proteggi il tuo negozio invece?
Standing up to the lowlifes who come in here expecting me to just hand over all of my money. I refuse to be run out of business.
Quindi non paga il pizzo lui. Di che genere di riunioni di mercanti stai parlando?
A lot of the merchants in Neon belong to a small merchants alliance. It's nothing formal. It's just a bunch of us getting together to air our grievances and watch each other's backs.
Forse è una scelta, non puoi saperlo.
Everyone has a choice. Some are simply more difficult than others.
Certo.
The only way to fight Neon security is if all the merchants unify and push back on these unreasonable rules. Anyway, sorry. I know I can get a little intense about these things. If you'll forgive the outburst and have a look around, I'm sure you'll find something you might want to buy.
L'intera sicurezza di Neon è corrotta?
I'd say the majority of the guards are rotten, and the few who aren't simply take a paycheck and look the other way. They have Neon completely under their control. The Freestar Collective's own security doesn't even maintain a presence here. If it wasn't for the Freestar Rangers outpost, there wouldn't be a shred of justice in this entire city.
Come vi siete conosciuti tu e Rosa? Non penso che me lo racconterà.
I arrived in Neon almost, 20 years ago? I had gotten a job at Xenofresh through a friend and started working on the loading docks. After a few years, they moved me up to Kazanbass processing, and that's where I met Rosa for the first time. She was my supervisor, but we hit it off right away. It wasn't long before we decided to quit Xenofresh.
Ha accorciato un po' la storia, però sì.
Start our own business. We've been in love ever since.
Di recente ho organizzato una riunione con Walter Stroud. Vabbè. Parlerò con Sigart, vediamo se riesco a farla ragionare.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. That'd be extremely helpful. I honestly don't know what to say.
Non c'è bisogno che tu dica alcunché.
Fair enough. Just be careful when you're dealing with Sigart. He can be surprisingly unreasonable when he's cornered.
Quante volte hai provato a parlare con Sigart? Secondo me mai.
The first time I brought up the subject, we got into a huge argument. Sigart said he had every intention of paying Neon security and that it was final. After that, I tried to speak to him a few times, but he's always been too busy to spend the time to sit down and have a decent conversation. It's obvious he has no intentions of talking to me anymore. I honestly don't know what I did to make him so angry with me.
Bah, il fatto che continua a sparlare di lui non penso che aiuti. Di recente ha organizzato una riunione con Walter Stroud.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Diciamo di sì.
Information isn't usually free.
Non scansare le domande. So che il venditore è arrivato tramite te.
Easy, friend. Not looking for trouble.
Lo chiedo per conto di Walter Stroud, sono sicuro che può pagarti.
I guess maybe I can add this to his tab. Okay. I don't know much. But I did have one of my freelancers tail the seller back to his place. Sleep Crate 1. Let me write down the unit for you.
A posto.
Now, James, I don't want you to get upset, but Administrator Bayou came by.
Quindi la... Qui ci piazza proprio questa, diciamo. È il mercato. Ma qui non sono nemmeno sicuro.
How's it going?
Salve. Salve. Quindi tutti quanti che aspettano di essere ricevuti dai ranger? Vediamo l'avamposto dei ranger qui a Neon, com'è?
I think Neon's the heart of the Freestar Collective.
Salve.
Wouldn't expect too much help from local security. Best to just look out for yourself. If you're here to report a crime, take it to local security. They handle that stuff.
Se la sicurezza locale occupasse dei crimini, perché serve un ranger freestyle a Neon?
Mostly to keep an eye on the smuggling trade. Black market goods flow through Neon like a river. Can't stop it, but I can at least keep an eye out in case it's something real serious.
Lo terrò a mente, grazie.
Think nothing of it. Word of advice. Enjoy the city, but know your limits. Trouble's waiting around every corner, and the law won't protect you the way it does in other places.
Perché mai la legge non dovrebbe proteggermi qui?
Law and authority aren't always the same thing. In Neon, they're almost the opposite. People with authority don't much care about the law. Make the wrong enemies here, you're better off just leaving the planet and never looking back.
Ho un sano rispetto per i miei limiti. Grazie all'avvertimento, dai.
I hope you'll take it to heart. I've known too many who didn't. There's something else you need?
Hai scelto tu di venire qui a Neon?
Believe it or not, yeah, it was. My mother's an executive with Ryujin, so I grew up here. I volunteered for this post as much to keep the other rangers out of trouble as any other reason. If some hotshot rookie took this job and started flashing the badge everywhere, it wouldn't end well.
Non ti preoccupa il fatto che il tuo distintivo ti renda un bersaglio qui?
Nah, I've got friends in high places, so to speak. I'm the son of a Ryujin Industries executive. Maybe you've heard of her? Name's Alexis Price. There's a sort of fragile peace here in Neon. It's better for everyone if the syndicates and the corporations coexist with minimum friction.
Va bene.
Later.
Ah, qui abbiamo una cella. Buongiorno. Ma, sto suono? C'è un computer dall'altra parte che si attiva? No. Oh, strano. Forse è sopra? No. Oh, guida il pistolero. Aumenta la velocità di ricarica e estrazione delle armi da rete di un ulteriore 5%. Non male. Non male. Questo computer non si può esaminare. È così piccolo l'avamposto qui? Tra l'altro solo 2 letti ci stanno? Che è sto casino? Sono i server qua? Vabbè. Va bene. Mining League? Vediamo la Mining League. Cioè cos'è tipo...
Me, but Neon might be my favorite place to visit.
Ridiculous, right?
What's up?
Why would someone open a mining supplies business on an ocean planet? You good?
Me lo immaginiamo diverso questo posto.
We sell all types of raw materials. I give it a few more months.
Saburo Okidagbu... Okadigbo?
Welcome, welcome, my friend. It's been a long time since I've seen a new face.
Cosa vendi qui?
Isn't it obvious, my friend? I sell mining supplies of all shapes and sizes, as well as many, many hard-to-find types of ore. Everything I sell is carefully portioned, securely crated, and ready to be delivered right into the cargo hold of your ship.
Perché in questo... stavo per dire mondo, direi più ambientazione, è veramente molto importante effettivamente l'estrazione mineraria. Te che ci sono proprio dei negozi, c'è sicuramente un negozio in una grande città, una cosa del genere. È normale effettivamente, è pieno di pianeti, è pieno di lune da materiale da estrarre. È un po' una frontiera effettivamente, quindi ci sta. Considerata la posizione mi sembra assurdo, la situazione non può essere così disastrosa.
I'm afraid it is. You see, when I opened this shop, I had grand ambitions of creating a mining supply empire on Volai. Yet here I am, only a few years later, pockets empty, and my business on the verge of closure. It is a sad day.
Se non riuscissi a trovare aiuto, cosa potrebbe succederti?
I don't know, my friend. I suppose I would be at Neon's mercy. Just another failed dreamer, walking the streets and living in a sleep crate.
Una sonnocassa? Non ho capito cos'è ancora. Forse posso aiutarti.
That would be a blessing, my friend, but I wouldn't want to impose.
Secondo te perché gli affari si tentano a decollare?
Listen to me, my friend. I hear what the people say on the street. They call me crazy for opening a mining business on an ocean world. I was aiming so much higher, hoping to attract these space travelers, passing through the Volai system on their prospecting journeys. It was stupid to assume I could corner the market on mining supplies and raw materials without a solid foundation. And by God, I've paid the price.
C'è qualcosa che posso fare per aiutarti a salvare l'attività?
You would do that for a total stranger? Bless you, my friend. Bless you. I've come up with an idea that I'm hoping will generate a lot of interest in my business. And you were the final element that was missing.
Dimmi.
If you could bring these flyers to some
volantini.
of the other vendors in Neon, it would explain how we can improve our businesses as a group.
Dimmi qualcosa su questo business da Ultima Spiaggia.
Many in Neon keep to their own, and I believe this is why we failed. James Newell and his Merchant Alliance friends are on the right track, but all they do is spend their time complaining, never solving. We must unify, band together, and help each other out. Then, when one of us falls, the others can reach down and help him rise from the dust.
Quindi creare un fondo
Refer people to each other's shops. Perhaps
per aiutarsi.
together. It would benefit us all.
Sembra abbastanza semplice.
Wonderful, simply wonderful. You have no idea the weight you have lifted from my shoulders. I appreciate your help. If there's anything I can do, anything at all, please, let me know.
Volantino di Saburo aggiunto.
Certainly, my friend.
E tu vendi tutte spaziali, da scavo, eccetera, eccetera. Insomma, sto zaino... Però il bushpack a scatto, non è quello... Quindi materiali. Va bene.
I really appreciate what you are doing for me, friend.
Salve.
Hey there.
I'm interested in some of your mining gear, but I'm gonna need a discount.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
madonna.
my friend, but prices are set in stone.
Che rompicoglioni questi. Sono proprio gli italiani che vanno al negozio. Ah, questo è questo. Io voglio lo sconto. No, no, io voglio lo sconto. Trattiamo. Le cose costano quello che costano. Porca puttana, voglio lo sconto pure. Che fastidio queste persone. Non gli voglio comprare le cose, però voglio lo sconto, Reliant Medical, vediamo cosa c'è qua.
Actually, the gang should look out for us.
Ma non penso ci siano le bande a Reliant Medical, o sì?
You aren't looking well at all. Perhaps you'd better sit down.
Ma non sono messo così male,
Oh my goodness. Another. All right. Tell me what happened to you. Is it an Aurora overdose? Something else, perhaps?
No, non faccio uso di Aurora.
That's a very wise choice. Since you're clearly a first-time visitor to Reliant Neon, I'd love to offer you a free checkup, but I'm afraid I'm dangerously low on supplies.
È una situazione insolita per una società che vende forniture mediche.
I can assure you it isn't by choice. You see, I'm a bit at odds with the current administrator of Neon. His drug is turning the streets into a graveyard, and he doesn't seem to care. We've argued about it on more than one occasion, and all he's done is try to persuade me to quit. Thinning out my supply chain is his best tactic.
Hai provato a parlarne con un'autorità superiore?
I've spoken to the people at Reliant Medical Corporate, I've talked to the Freestar Rangers, I've even gone to the Freestar Collective Council. Every answer is always the same. We're working on it. It's corruption at the highest levels.
Figo.
Ugh. So aggravating.
Ci sarà un modo per aggirare il suo embargo?
There is, actually. But it requires outside assistance. At this point, I've resorted to asking anyone that has a ship registered outside of the Volai system to bring me medical supplies. I pay them for the supplies, of course, but it's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport. Now, if there's anything else...
Quindi posso venderti le scorte? Potrei aiutarti a... aspetta. Come funziona esattamente l'Aurora?
Aurora stimulates the neural circuits in the brain, specifically targeting the neurotransmitter serotonin in the prefrontal cortex. This causes significant sensory hallucinations, both auditory and visual. That's the enticement factor. As you can imagine, this state is highly addictive, and the user gets stuck in a vicious cycle. They need more Aurora to satisfy their cravings.
È possibile spezzare la dipendenza dall'Aurora?
Well, it's completely dependent upon how long the user's been addicted.
Certo, perché hai bisogno di più, una dose maggiore.
2 years or less, I've been able to put through a full detoxification program successfully. But there are others who have been addicted pretty much all their adult lives, and I have yet to try and cure someone who hasn't relapsed.
Volantino da Saburo o Kadikbo, che spera che come potreste entrambi aumentare i vostri introiti.
I wouldn't mind a bit of extra traffic as long as the supplies allow for it. A few extra credits never hurt.
Va bene. Potrei aiutarti a risolvere il tuo problema di approvvigionamento?
That would be amazingly helpful. It's a relief to meet someone who gives a damn about anyone other than themselves for a change. Oh, and I'll pay you directly for the supplies, of course. It's the only way I can sneak them past those people at the spaceport.
È ridicolo che tu debba essere costretto a ricorrere al contrabbando.
There's nothing else to be done about it. These people need my help. Anyway, I have a contact over at the clinic in the Narian system. Abby Edding. She's one of the nurses there. She'll get you started. Thank you so much for doing this. You have no idea how helpful it'll be for the poor folk that live in Ebside.
È delle scorte in vendita?
Feel free to take a look.
Qualcosa ce l'ha, sì. Qualche roba. Medikit ne hai un po'. Ne ho già presi un bel po', quindi non penso che mi servano ancora. Come conosci Abby Edding?
We both apprenticed under Mary Cartwright at the medical facility.
Che conosco, l'abbiamo conosciuta.
Spent a heck of a lot of hours working together. Abby and I got along exceptionally well. Don't get me wrong, we're just friends, of course. She's young enough to be my daughter. I almost felt bad leaving her behind when I was hired to work for Reliant in Neon, but I knew she'd do well wherever she ended up. Reached out to her a few months ago when I ran into trouble here, and she's been helping me ever since.
Va bene.
If you need help, remember Reliant.
Sì, assolutamente, me lo ricorderò. Laboratorio farmaceutico. E va bene, quindi spargiamo un po' di sti volantini di Saburo. Non mi ricordo mai il suo cognome. Molto più... Mi ricorderò sicuramente il suo nome, ma non il suo cognome. O Badigbo, una roba del genere. Voli hotel.
I really don't know if I can do this. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I can do this. Maybe I should just go back to my room.
Che succede? Come regola generale è sempre meglio non prendere decisioni affrettate. Ti suggerisco umilmente di farti crescere le palle. Sembra che tu abbia un qualche tipo di problema.
That wouldn't be very neon though, would it? What's the point in coming all this way if you don't let loose? Believe it or not, I'm actually here for my bachelor party.
Ah.
My fiance wants me to be more adventurous, so I thought, what better place than Neon?
Quindi cosa vuoi fare? Sei in dubbio se andare a Mignotte o no?
Happen by default. I didn't think I'd have to manufacture it on my own.
Soggiorni all'hotel Voli? Ti piace?
I like that it's not a crate, and I haven't felt anything crawling on me when I sleep, so I feel like they do a good job keeping it clean.
Cosa ti ha detto la tua fidanzata di preciso?
Oh, it's just the offhand comment here and there, how I never take risks or don't like adventure. She hasn't said I'm boring, and I don't think I am, but looking at my past, I can't exactly prove that. This is my way of finding out.
Se sei a Neon per il tuo addio celibato, dove sono i tuoi amici? Fammi indovinare, non hai amici?
I've been asking my therapist the same question for years.
Va bene.
He hasn't given me an answer I like yet.
C'è qualcosa in particolare che vorresti provare? Immagino che tu sia a Neon per un motivo specifico.
True, the city is known for Aurora.
Ah.
I figured I should try that.
Bene.
But I talked with Dr. Manning about how it works, and now I'm skeptical. No, wait, not skeptical? Terrified.
Ma sei un coglione. A piccole dosi l'Aurora va bene, il cazzo. Il dottore ha ragione, la lontana con il veleno. Non si deve avere cose del genere, torna all'albergo e leggiti un libro. Forse dovresti dire qualcosa di meno pericoloso. Ti pulite una gang. Sì. Sta lontano da quel veleno, per favore.
Isn't the poison in the dose? I'm thinking maybe I can get away with a sniff or a bite. I actually don't know how you take it. No, this is exactly what my fiance was talking about. I hesitate too much. But I also don't want to dive right in.
Ma scusa, ma ti porto io in giro a sparare ai pirati piuttosto. Deve farsi della droga.
Supposedly, Madame Sauvage sells a drink called Velocity. That's almost like a drug. There's also some local swill people swear by called Blend over at Legrand's Liquors. What do you think?
Non saprei. Blend?
Okay, then we'll go with Blend. I'm a bit worried what's in the mix. But that's exactly the kind of cowardice I'm trying to get over. I'll try that first. But not right away. I need to prepare myself for the ritual.
Rituale?
Hey, next time you come back to Neon, do me a favor and check in on me. Make sure I'm not dead.
Va bene.
Okay, bye.
Salve.
We have choice accommodations at reasonable prices.
Welcome to the Hotel Voli. Are you here to rent a room?
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that our luxury accommodations are more than reasonably priced.
Tipo che prezzi? Che piacevole sorpresa.
That's the first thing that all of my guests say. My hotel is completely free from administrative influence, so you can rest assured that you'll be actually getting the best value for your credits.
Cosa intendi con indipendente dall'amministrazione?
Well, almost every business in Neon is subject to ridiculous fees and taxes. They claim that it's because Neon occupies such a prime location, having close proximity to Ryujin and all of the other megacorporations. But I think you and I both know that's not true at all.
Certo. Ci sarà voluto un miracolo per ottenere una cosa simile.
No miracle, just some good old-fashioned ingenuity. But that's a story for another time.
So, can I book you a room for the night?
Ho una promozione incrociata per te. Pensare alla Saburo o Gadigbo. Il volantino spiega tutto.
Oh, thanks. I'll definitely give this some thought. It couldn't hurt.
Ti dispiacerebbe svelarmi il tuo segreto di come hai fatto a sconfiggere il sistema?
Maybe after you've rented a room for a few nights. I might... Sorry.
Va bene. Ti dispiacerebbe rispondere a qualche domanda su Neon?
You mean the stuff Bayu leaves out of the brochures? Don't mind at all.
Descrivimi succintamente i quartieri di Neon.
Neon
Bel termine.
has 4 main districts. The ones where Bayu wants you to spend your credits are Bayu Plaza and Ikuchi Market.
Ikuchi, ok.
Those are the glitzy parts of town. Bayu Plaza is the section outside my doors, from the trade tower to the spaceport. Ikuchi Market runs from the Starport terminal to Ryujin Tower. Not quite as glamorous as the plaza, but still expensive. Then there's Upside, running the perimeter of the upper platform.
Certo.
Probably not the best spot for tourists. Finally, you have the Underbelly, the working class's domain under our feet. Not much down there, but industry and a few random shops.
Ok. Vale la pena esplorare il basso ventre?
Most of the Underbelly is taken up by Xenofresh and Generdyne's facilities, but there are a few hidden gems you might want to check out.
Tipo?
Actually, I'd recommend checking out Off-World Eats. Cosmos and Lee run that place. They're a couple of great guys.
Ok. Dici che dovrei evitare il riflusso?
No, I don't think so. Ebside's filled with a few decent clubs, like Madame Sauvage's place and Euphorica. You should check them out. Just watch your back. It's gang territory, which means Neon Security tends to ignore what goes on in there.
Cosa puoi dirmi della torre del commercio?
Oh, you noticed that little thing? Yeah, that's Bayou's crown jewel. First of all, you have the Astral Lounge, flowing with Aurora, attracting every tourist within light years of Oli. Then you have exorbitantly priced offices for every megacorp, besides Ryujin, with Xenofresh Fisheries square at the top. And like the cherry at the top of his ego sundae, Bayou's got his private penthouse. I don't even want to think about what goes on up there.
Sta cosa della Xenofresh ricorda vagamente,
Let me know if you need anything
per chi sa cosa intendo, vagamente non è quello, palesemente non è quello, forse ispirato vagamente. Mi ricorda le Fontaine Fisheries di Bioshock, non dirò altro. Ti dispiacerebbe svelarmi il tuo segreto e dirmi come hai fatto a sconfiggere il sistema? Non posso. Hai molti ospiti?
To tell you the truth, not really. And that's one of the consequences with the arrangement between Administrator Bayu and myself. He won't hassle me, but there's nothing I can do about my guests being hassled. The last tenant I had was arrested for spitting on the street. As you can imagine, business is not exactly booming. Luckily, I have more than enough capital to cover my expenses, but it still sucks.
Mi serve una stanza.
I have one all set and
Quanto costa?
ready to go. Are you planning on an extended stay or just one night?
Una settimana. 3 per 7 fa 21, quindi mi risparmio 100 crediti. Oddio. Affittiamola per un giorno.
Fantastic, you're all set.
Vediamo un po' come sta stanza. A che piano è? Piano 2. Sarà questa? Libri? No. Peccato. Cucina da campo. Codici del cyber pirata. I danni critici delle armi laser aumentano al 5%. Bene. Andiamo al terzo piano. Ok, direi che era quella sotto la mia. Andiamo all'atrio.
Welcome to the Hotel Loli. It's nice to see you too. Maybe after you've rented a room for a few nights. Sorry.
Va bene.
Let me know if I can help you while you're visiting me.
Almeno abbiamo trovato un coso del cyber pirata. Qui c'è Enhance. Andiamo a vedere un attimo Enhance come sta.
We've been here an hour already. Maybe you should have figured out what you wanted before we
You look great already. But everyone can use a face change once in a while.
I don't want to screw it up.
Welcome to Enhance.
Salve.
If you're tired of seeing that same old face in the mirror every morning and you're looking for something different, we can help. Our state-of-the-art machinery uses a patented proprietary technology that can reshape your facial features or give you a new head of hair. For a small, one-time fee, you can enhance yourself and bring a big warm smile to your brand new face.
Ok. Saburo o Gati? Per me lei dice di no. Ho un'idea promozionale che potrebbe proporti. Ecco un volantino che spiega tutto.
I'll take a look, but I won't make any promises, okay?
Vorrei farti qualche domanda sui servizi di Enhance.
Of course. Ask anything you like.
Le modifiche al volto e ai capelli sono permanenti?
Unfortunately, once the process is complete, it can't be reversed.
Ok.
However, if you don't like your new look, you're always welcome to return to your original look by undergoing another treatment.
Certo. Se il mio nuovo look non mi piace, posso avere un rimborso?
Ooh, sorry. No. Once the process is complete, the sale is final. But don't worry. Our system will allow you to see what you're going to look like before you commit to the change.
Il trattamento è sicuro?
Absolutely. We're proud to feature a no disfigurement guarantee. If for any reason our machine doesn't perfectly replicate the look you selected, we'll make it right. That's the Enhance promise.
Però è tutto.
Great.
Come si è finita a lavorare per la Enhance?
I actually owe this job completely to my girlfriend, Valentina Gurov. I don't know if you've met her. She works over at Xenofresh.
No, non la
When I arrived
conosco.
here 2 years ago, I met her at the Astro Lounge. We talked. I told her I needed a job, and she got me this gig. Cool, huh? It's a little scary, though. The person I replaced totally vanished. Like, poof. Valentina said they probably had an accident or something. She's helped me out with this job so much. She even brings me business from time to time. People she sends my way. It's the best.
Alla prossima.
Please let me know if there's anything else I can do to enhance your day.
Che ci fai tu qua? Non penso che tu lavori qui. Cosa ci fai qui? Bah. Sta gente.
Oh, well, you've come to the right.
Direi che potremmo parlare un po' con tutti quanti i mercanti. Abbiamo finito in realtà la piazza principale. Quasi. Siamo quasi tornati alla torre del commercio. Sicurezza di Neon. Vediamo qua cosa c'è.
So you're telling me I have to take my entire load of alcohol back to New Atlantis?
That's right. Every damn crate.
All right, let's cut the crap. This is because I refused to pay Bayou's ridiculous tariff on my goods, right?
I don't make the rules, lady. Just take your junk, load it back on your ship, and get the hell out of here.
If I don't deliver these goods, I'm going to lose thousands on this job.
Not my problem. Better get moving. This area is for
These
loading and
tariffs and
unloading
taxes are
only.
getting
Keep moving.
ridiculous.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Disruptor Nova Blast. Salve.
If you want to see how short my temper is, keep talking.
Hello? Queste sono le celle? Che cazzo di celle sono? Fanno schifo. Beh sì. È normale. Cioè, più o meno. Cioè, avendo visto quella dei Ranger, pensavo fosse più o meno a livello di quelle. Carico sequestrato. Antichità del mercato nero? Quindi in teoria se faccio così, nessuno mi vede, posso prendere le cose e portarle dal... dalla Trade Authority. Facile, soldi facili fatti. Allora non se ne accorgono nemmeno una guardia a verificare, non c'è manco una porta. Furbissimi comunque. Va bene, abbiamo visto anche questa. E in realtà abbiamo visto tutto. Direi che... sì, abbiamo visto tutte quante le aziende qui di questa piazza almeno. Ci manca ancora il reflusso da parte del... dove ci sono i laboratori operai, la torre e l'altra. C'è ancora un bel po' di roba da fare, però abbiamo fatto un bel po' oggi. Dobbiamo anche finire di fare il giro, così almeno abbiamo dato i volantini di Okadigbo a tutti quanti i mercanti. Quindi direi che continuiamo la prossima volta. Io vi saluto e ci vediamo alla prossima puntata. Ciao a tutti quanti.